Thank you for considering this class. This class is called 5 Feet Apart, 2019 movie, a guided discussion class. Goes for 90 minutes, may go a little bit longer because we like to talk. This is one of my most recent beautiful movie discoveries. It has made a huge impact on me, and I want to share my insights with you. This movie combines the stark reality of living with a terminal, chronic health status as a teenager. Terminal, life-ending, chronic, long-term. People with cystic fibrosis are diagnosed often as 2-3-year-olds. And if they get out of the teenage years, it's not very likely to happen without a lung transplant. This deals with life in a hospital ward, the medication, and the treatment regimes. It explores survivors' guilt and associated behaviours. It explores a deep, long-term, best friendship with the complication of not being able to hug each other, as they both have cystic fibrosis. But it doesn't stop them loving each other. It explores nurses trying to perform their roles. Nurses like me. Nurses who care deeply for their teens and want them not to die. Teens may find that the sheer emotions of this movie bring them close to tears. The story is absolutely heart-wrenching and heartbreaking and inspiring, and will change you for the better if you let it. It has dedicated nurses collapsing in grief on the cold hospital floor post an unsuccessful teen resuscitation. And they do this from sheer, unadulterated grief. See, nurses, when we care for people long term, we become invested in their lives and their dreams, and we care. We're human. It's not just a job to us. It is a calling, but it's more than that. It's a friendship. It's a health journey. And we want our people to live. We want them to have life and be happy. And when that doesn't happen, we fall apart. Yes, nurses really do care deeply for and even love their patients. The movie explores different ways of coping with a chronic illness and with grief. This movie also explores hope and explores time, and most importantly, explores real love and the priceless value of touch. This is a particularly meaningful movie for all of us separated by great distances, who simply long to be reunited with friends and family. During COVID, this is particularly a thing. Having not been with people for some time and not being able to hug the vulnerable, we desperately need that hug. They need the human touch. It is also for those who long to give a hug or many hugs to those they have met since the pandemic at a distance or online and have shared much time with. Their stories, your hopes, your dreams, your good times, your bad, your losses. You can become really connected to people online. Human touch is important. Far more important than many realize until you cannot hug that person you really want to hug with all your heart. Whether 5 feet apart or a world apart, human touch is something we all need from those we love. This class promises to be highly interactive, verbally, and to have quite a thoughtful discussion. This class combines education about cystic fibrosis and additional health and psychology insights, as well as important human life lessons. I believe every single teenager doing this class can contribute and can grow from it and learn. Teens will watch the movie before attending the class, then come to class being prepared to discuss the movie, the soundtrack, the setting, the characters, their opinions on everything, every aspect that they want to discuss is going to be opened up. Teens will learn more about cystic fibrosis in a PowerPoint presentation that I've put together. Then the class will be gently guided to explore the movie with verbal questions such as, according to Stella, what is our first form of communication? Answer, touch. What rule does Barb remind Will and Stella of when she sees them talking to each other? Barb's the nurse and her goal is to keep her kids alive. The 6 feet apart rule. How long have Poe and Stella known each other? Since very young children, yeah. What does Will learn about Stella by looking at her social media? He learns a lot of things, doesn't he? Stella mentions that Burkholderia cepacia is so adaptive that it feeds on what? Now, Burkholderia cepacia is an aerobic gram-negative bacillus found in various aquatic environments. Now, you know what? It's actually quite harmless to us healthy people. Great lungs. But those with cystic fibrosis, it can mean a death sentence. It means you get taken off the transplant list and you are highly, highly likely to get another cystic fibrosis patient sick if you get too close. What happens to Stella shortly after Will receives a text? And what difficult decision does Will have to make after this incident? What does Will have to decide? For love of Stella. This class will leave a beautiful, lasting impact and help the teen appreciate the movie and also appreciate the priceless value of human touch. Human touch, our first form of communication. Safety, security, comfort, all in the gentle caress of a finger or at the brush of lips on a soft cheek. It connects us when we're happy. It boisters us up in times of fear and excites us in times of passion and love. We need that touch from the one we love almost as much as we need the air to breathe. But I never understood the importance of touch, his touch, until I couldn't have it. If you're watching this, if you are able, touch him, touch her. Life's too short to waste a second. See you in class. Bye.